Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We want to talk about how do we handle the hate and the negativity.
How do we handle the hate and the negativity?
because we get a lot. Today, as this video is being released, it has been 1 month since we released our first video right here. We have gotten so much love. Let's start there first. We've gotten so much love, so much support. It has been crazy. I feel like God just gave us so many more family members.
Yeah,
it has
just been embraced.
It's been, oh my God, we feel so loved, so happy, so cared for, and so we love you guys. But on the other end, there's also been quite a bit of negativity as well. And we were just sitting here asking ourselves, like, it's very interesting and unfortunate that there are literally people who choose to invest their energy and their time into coming on people's pages to spit out negativity. It's interesting. It's weird.
Yeah. And I think the reason why, people come on with negativity is because a lot of people just aren't fulfilled in their life or their spirituality as well too. I mean, you have to think, what is Hashem all about? Hashem is all about love and peace and respect, right? And so if that's what he's all about, and we have people who come on with so much hate, it just shows the lack of their, relationship, I think, maybe with their creator.
I agree with that for sure. So how do we handle the hate and the negativity? I like to say we handle the hate and the negativity. It's simple. We handle the hate and negativity with love and positivity.
That's right.
That's how we handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And so my wife always talks about always looking for the good, always finding the good. And where'd she learn that from?
But go ahead.
Wait, is my phone just here?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just kidding. I'm keep it there. Is that whack? No, it's natural. Okay, it's all good.
You don't care if the light comes on and off for that show?
It might. Or just flip it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My wife always talks about just finding the good, focusing on the good things. And I wonder where you got that from. Rabbi Nachman. He always talks about finding the good points in yourself, finding the good in other people, and that's just what we choose to focus on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it just keeps you grounded in a place of just knowing that everything is divine, right? That Hashem does everything for your good, regardless of if we look at it as something that's, not the best for us in that moment, or we don't understand why we're facing what we're facing, or why are we getting so much negativity and all of this, but it's ultimately for our good. And I think if you stay focused on the good, you're not going to focus so much on the negativity.
People ask us our opinion on anti-Semitism and a lot of the hate that's going on in the world and all these different things, and it's not that we're ignorant about what's going on in the world or anything like that. We definitely know what's going on in the world, and but we just choose to just focus our energy on love and peace and happiness. That's where we are. Now, just to be clear, anti-Semitism, we don't stand for that. Right? Separation and division and hate, racism, all that kind of stuff, we don't stand for it at all. And we do think that there are times where it will be necessary for us to speak on certain things and certain issues, because we believe in Klal Yisrael. We believe in creating unity with the Jewish people and having that oneness there. And so we stand with our people, for sure, no doubt about that. But for Danielle and I, we look at the world differently.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that there's so much darkness right now. There's a lot of craziness that's going on in the world right now. Our heart is in the midst of all this stuff that's going on. Maybe, just maybe, we can be a little bit of light in this, in whatever is going on out there. That's our come from. So that's why when you see all our videos, it's happiness, it's love, it's family, it's peace. we want to be that, and we just think the world needs that.
Yeah, so how do we handle like negative comments and things on our social media pages? And I mean, honestly, Ladero and I, just like you just said, we just really want to focus on the good, right? And so when people come on there with so much negativity or saying, you know, the decision you're making is so wrong, or why are you doing this, and why do you believe this? And it's like, we're very knowledgeable of why we're doing what we're doing. So I think it's so interesting when people come on and thinking that what we're doing is wrong, right? And I just believe that if a person comes onto our page and comments with negativity, they're not rooted in what they believe in, honestly. Because if you're truly rooted in what you believe in, then you don't have to tell somebody else what to believe in, right? And so for even Ladero and I, we're not going to tell somebody to go convert, or, you know, this, you know, you should definitely, you know, learn about Judaism. I mean, our page is specifically, and what we're doing, our, you know, YouTube page, we're talking about our journey. We're talking about our life and about Judaism. So if you're going to come on here, just note that's what we're talking about. And if you don't like it, guess what? You don't have to subscribe. And you don't have to view our channel.
You gotta watch it.
But this is our story and our journey. And, you know, we just really want to focus on the good, because the comments that we do see from people is more overwhelming of love and support and kindness. And that's what Ladero and I, we're going to just choose to focus on. And I must say this too. We know that with anything that's good in life, there's always going to be something negative to come your way. But guess what? That negativity, because we know how many times that Hashem has allowed negative to happen, but that negative is always what allowed you to grow, right? It pushes you, or it lets you see things in a different light, in a different perspective. And that's all it's doing for us. It's just making us grow more and even closer to Hashem.
Absolutely. Like when you think about lifting weights and you want to get in shape and you want to build muscle, what do you need? You need resistance.
Absolutely.
You need the resistance. You bench pressing, right? you pushing it up. How do you get more muscle? Well, you need more pressure. That's how you get stronger. I like to look at it as when the negativity pushes on you, I just look at that as just an opportunity to get closer to Hashem. Why do I say that? Because if they're pushing, then that means that it's going to push us to pray more.
Absolutely.
Right? It goes back to what she says. It's all good.
It's all
Everything
good.
is all good. And so whenever we see a negative comment, you know, some of them honestly, they're funny. You know, there's some, like we literally laugh. Or sometimes we're in the kitchen and I'll see a new one pop up and I'll read it and we just start cracking up because they're so funny. And like a lot of the things that people say, I'm like, how did this person think of this? You know, some stuff doesn't even make sense. Some things don't even have anything to do with nothing at all.
It's like, did you even watch the video? I don't think you watched the video, because you're commenting on something that doesn't even make sense, or something that we already explained.
Yeah. And
then they're like, you know, saying the total opposite of something that we didn't even talk about. So it just goes to show, no matter what, on these type of platforms, you're going to definitely deal with negativity in life.
Yeah.
And it's something that we expected, but
absolutely,
you know, we pay attention more to the good.
We do. So we'll now listen. So there are comments that we've received that are just like out of control, disrespectful and rude. And so those ones we'll just delete and we'll block and restrict that person. They just can't comment on our channel anymore. Yeah. But then there are some messages that are on the mean, on the negative side. And sometimes we just let those just sit there, and because for a couple reasons, we let some of the negative comments sit there, because for us it's a constant reminder that we're doing something right.
Yeah. And some of you as well too will leave some on there, because we see that a lot of you guys have our back.
You got our back. So we appreciate that, you know?
So thank you so much for those who comment back on some of those silly messages. We just appreciate that love and support.
Yeah, awesome.
So much. And that's what I love. You know, our fellow Jews, like, we are just connected, right? We have each other's back. We look out for one another. And that's all we just want to continue to do, is just to have each other's back and just to continue just have that love and support for one another.
Yeah. Well, constantly look at it to remind us that we're doing something right, to remind us that we're on a mission. And it's also more confirmation for us that we're doing the right thing. That our journey is the journey that we're supposed to be on. You know, people ask us when we first started our conversion journey, and even still now, people say like, well, isn't like, what are you doing? Like, why would you try to make your life harder? And are you sure? Because the Jewish people, they're the most targeted people in the world right now, right? And I'm like, bring it on. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, that's a badge of honor to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the fact that it's not gonna come easy. Why would it be easy though? You know what I mean? Like, God legit chose the Jewish people, so why would that be an easy thing? You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's something that's just so special, and that's why we take it as a badge of honor. Because we understand that covenant with Hashem. Yeah. We understand the importance of that. And so to us, anything that we are facing through this journey, through our conversion, we're just like, of course. Like, why would he give it to us so easy?
Yeah.
You know, why would he just hand it over to us? Like, you're going to go through things to be a part of the chosen people.
Klal Yisrael.
Yes.
We're honored, man. We're honored. Hey, listen. So for those of you who are watching that are on the negative side, I'm just want to let you know, let me lean in a little bit. And I just want to let you know, we ain't budging. We ain't going nowhere. We staying right here. And guess what? You make us stronger. Guess what? We're going to keep making videos. Guess what? We're going to keep standing strong. Guess what? We're going to stay unified with our peoples. How about that? We ain't budging. That's just where we at.
That's right.
Okay? Does it bother us? Do the negative comments hurt at all? You know, I mean, we'll be honest. You know, we're human beings. You know, there are certain things that people can say that can strike a nerve. I don't know who said, you know, words don't hurt. You know, sticks and stones break your bones, but words can never hurt. Right? Some words hurt.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've gotten it all in this past month. We've gotten a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Our Instagram inbox is constantly being filled with messages and all kinds of different things. And the YouTube comments, I mean, you guys can see them. You guys can go through and you can look through the comments and see some of the, you know, the very, very harsh things that people say. And yeah, it hurts. But for my wife and I, we understand that we have a choice. When you read a negative comment, what do? Well, you have the option to receive that negative comment, or you can just delete it and get it out of your life and not allow it to impact you. When we see it, we make sure that we don't react, but there are times when we respond. We have the mindset of responding, not reacting.
Absolutely.
And what do? We don't necessarily respond to that message, but we respond to ourselves. We talk about it. We respond like, okay, let's take this in and let's analyze what's really being said here.
Yes.
Is it worth our time addressing it?
Right. Should
we say something? Should we not? Most of the time, we just leave it alone, and we'll either delete the message or keep it there or whatnot. Or, but we're very careful. You got to be careful. Like you got to choose your battles. You got to choose your battles, and a lot of times the best way to win a battle is to not do anything at all and just sit back and you allow Hashem to do whatever he needs to do at that point.
Because you cannot argue with ignorance.
Definitely not. And guess what? Hashem is allowing it. Everything is from Hashem. Everything. So you got to look at it like that. It's like, okay, God is allowing certain things to happen. What you going to do? What you gonna do with it? You gonna respond or you gonna react? You gonna let it get to you? You're gonna, you know, like what we need right now as a people, we need unity. This is the time where we need to pray more. There's so much money invested in making sure that we stay distracted. There's so many things going on in the world right now to make sure that we stay distracted from the mission in life. What is it taking us away from? Torah. What is it taking us away from? Tefillah. Prayer.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to be careful. We have to make sure that a lot of things that's going on in our world, we got to make sure that we don't get super involved, mentally involved, emotionally involved, because a lot of this stuff can distract us and it can take us away from our focus. It can take us away from our mission. It can take us away from our connection with the creator of the universe. We can't be distracted, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you're watching on the news, the media, social media, all these different things. You gotta be careful about the conversations that you're getting into. You gotta be all that stuff. Because you might mess around and sit there in a conversation and now you're all the way in, you're in too deep, now you're gossiping, now you're doing Lashon Hara, now you're speaking bad about different people and all these different things, and now you're distracted. And you look at your phone and be like, dang, 2 hours just passed by and I was just flicking through social media, just scrolling through, distracted. We have to stay focused and we have to stay unified as a people. We gotta pray more. We gotta talk to Hashem more. Remember, that's what the pressure is for. We got the pressure so it can push us closer and closer and closer and closer to Hashem.
That's right.
That's what the pressure is for. So don't get distracted.
That's right. So honestly, guys, for us, we really look at, people and negativity as well too, as just judging people favorably. That's an important thing, is to
That's good.
understand that
That's good.
A person who might come on our page that's negative, who knows the hurt and the pain that was in their past, who knows how they were raised, who knows who really hurt them with maybe certain stuff, right? And so a lot of people's anger all just stems from the lack of love and the lack of understanding of who Hashem is. And so we like to really judge people favorably because of that very reason.
So good. Yeah, that's Rabbi Nachman again.
It is.
So let's try that, you guys. Let's try that. Let's try to judge everybody favorably. Let's try to see the good in every single person. Let's choose our battles. Let's make sure that we're focusing on what we're supposed to be focusing on, not getting distracted with all the mess and all these different things. We're on a mission, and we need to make sure that we stay focused. The Jewish people are the light of the world.
That's right.
You're the light of the world. The world is looking to you. They're looking to you. So what are we going to do with that, right? It's a responsibility that we have. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support, all the love, all the beautiful comments, the beautiful words, all that stuff. It warms our heart. Sometimes we be crying. Like we be sitting on the couch, just emotional.
We cry like every other day.
Yes, it's waterworks in our house. So thank you so much. Thank you. We're very, very grateful. And thank you all so much for everything. So if you enjoy our content, click the subscribe button, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel. We appreciate it. And we will see you in the next video.